So Bitcoin is looking to go parabolic in 2021, as it did in 2013 and 2017 if previous patterns play out again. And certainly new all-time highs are a next potential iteration for Bitcoin. Favorable macroeconomics, akin to those supporting gold right now, are providing the justification to see Bitcoin rise to 20K and higher, where previous Bitcoin resistance levels were at 10,000. Well, we may see that transition to 20,000 in 2021 and beyond. But again, why is Bitcoin considering 20,000, and why is it not likely to stop there this time? Well, let's first look at the retail side. As it stands, we aren't seeing much retail FOMO, which is contrary to what we saw in the 2017 bull run. Google search trends seem to indicate that retail traders have yet to even start to consider Bitcoin as an investment or something for diversification in 2021. So this leads us to our first big reason for Bitcoin's recent rise, potentially the most bullish catalyst among our reasons today. The fact that retail traders and investors are not yet involved makes 2020 a very different market versus 2017. So who is driving Bitcoin higher then? Well, what we've found is that weak-hand retail speculators have been replaced by companies like MicroStrategy and Square, who are not going to sell anytime soon. This in effect makes Bitcoin's price floor much higher than it was in 2017. We've seen how Square recently invested 1% of their company's assets into Bitcoin, or $50 million. And in September, we saw MicroStrategy Bitcoin buy $425 million worth of Bitcoin. And it's been doing pretty well for them, I'd say. Last week, we saw Square report their quarterly earnings, and their stock price took off after it was announced that they had beat expectations and generated $1.6 billion in revenue from their Bitcoin trading. Meanwhile, we're very excited to see Venmo and PayPal roll out their Bitcoin purchasing in 2021. And I think that's going to be a major catalyst. When the upcoming blockchain craze hits, well, the fact that people can now buy it on the Cash App or Venmo or PayPal, it's only going to accentuate and exacerbate the bull run. And I think it'll make 2017 look like a joke. It's the case that in 2017, people had to sign up for websites like Coinbase and Kraken and Gemini and link their bank accounts just to buy crypto. These sites weren't widely known at the time, and it probably involved a lot of people having to Google, how do I buy Bitcoin? Or asking their grandchildren. But in contrast, in 2021, people will be able to open up their smartphone and fire up the Venmo or Cash App and be able to purchase Bitcoin immediately. So needless to say, FOMO will be an engine of growth for Bitcoin, and it will be much more powerful than it was in 2017 because there's much more access, there's much more depth, you have both retail and institutional interest, and importantly, this is only taking into account what exists already inside the crypto space. When we look outside of the crypto space, the argument for Bitcoin as an investment only gets stronger. So another way we would look to answer the question about why Bitcoin's price has been soaring lately can be chalked up solely to the US election and the uncertainty around it. It was the case that Bitcoin made some substantial gains last week, as the election results were not quite clear. But I want to make the case that the crypto market really didn't care who won the US election. Strange as it might seem, the crypto markets really didn't care who won the White House or the Senate or the House of Representatives. But why? Well, it's because both sides have sworn to print and spend trillions more in yet another attempt to jumpstart a sickly economy. Looking beyond the election, I think it's abundantly clear that the unprecedented mismanagement of the US economy is not going to change, regardless if Trump or Biden were in the White House. And this is because all we hear out of Washington is deficits don't matter, spending money doesn't matter, and printing reckless amounts of dollars doesn't bring about inflation. And hopefully you don't believe this, but there are a lot of people who do. And look, I'm not saying that flagrant money printing is the single cause of all the world's ills and that central banks are the root of all evil. But I do think that rampant and runaway money printing is a symptom of a financial system on the edge of collapse. So no matter how bitterly contested the election was, it's going to take a lot more than a new president to truly solve anything regarding the economy right now. And I think the crypto markets understand this, maybe a little bit too well. Those investing in the crypto markets and those looking to bet against the legacy systems understand that the more chaotic the legacy legal and political systems of America become, the more that crypto assets thrive. The more US government officials try to crack down on crypto trading, the more they push innovation offshore and make global competitors like China or Russia look good by comparison. And most importantly, the more that they corrupt the currency, the more likely it is that people all over the world will pull funds out of the legacy fiat money system and into alternative asset classes like cryptocurrencies, driving them higher and higher. So whatever you do, don't think that there's going to be any kind of return to a normal life after the election. Regardless of who would have won, quiet times do not lie ahead, because the revolution is about to erupt, and no power on earth can stop it. So I want to hear what you think. Where do you think Bitcoin is going in 2021? Do you think we'll be able to see 20,000 or even 100,000 by next year? Let's talk about it in the comments below. And before you go, if you're looking to make the most out of Bitcoin's hopefully upward trend, well, that is what Doc specializes in when he creates courses about trading and making the most out of a trend. And to that end, to make the most out of Bitcoin's moves to come, and hopefully stack as many sats as possible, well, we've put a lot of Doc's excellent courses on how to trade on sale for you to check out in the description below, such as his excellent class on fractal energy trading, which is all about the 4 rules you need to know to profit in any market and any time frame. It's going to be a great weapon to have for navigating the markets ahead and the uncertain conditions we're about to embark on. So if that's at all interesting, don't hesitate to check it out. And like I said, it's all on sale for the holidays because we want you to make 2021 hopefully a much better year than 2020. So as always, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you so much for being a part of this community. If you're not a subscriber, well, what are you doing? We're going to be putting out a lot more content in the days to come. So definitely look forward to that. And definitely check out our other channel, ReadySetTrade, where we're going to be putting other content regarding the stock market for you to check out as well. All the links are in the bio below, so definitely check them out. Hope you're doing well out there, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.